Hey, babe.
Hi.
Where are you?
We're at Purgatory and we are skiing, well, for the first time in like a year.
What crazy setup do you have?
So I'm using my dad's SkiMo skis because we were just up here ski-moing, and now we're on Upper Hades and we are skiing down.
Skin to win, baby.
Yeah.
All right, have fun. Racer ready. 3, 2, 1. Boop. Nama, most beautiful and noble Sangha. We are here at Riverpad in front of my puja. It's a Sanskrit word for altar. To talk about the mechanics of meditation. So, a lot of people try to jump into meditation without understanding the mechanics behind the sitting posture. So many different types of meditation available. Not going to go there today. Where we are going is how to help embolden, empower your meditation. That meditation is not something that we do. The meditative mind is a state of blissful consciousness that arrives as a result of what yogis call dharana, or sustained mental focus. So the work of meditation is truly it takes a lot of strength to sit still. It takes a lot of strength to sit with our monkey mind But we got to persevere, just like doing cardio, just like in the gym, just like the yoga asana. You got to persevere. So let's go over some of the sitting postures that I teach my students and have taught throughout the decades. I know they work. So one of the key ingredients is, of course, to sit on Mother Earth. Now, if we have an injury, believe me, I've been in a wheelchair, and we can't get to Mother Earth, or we've grown so tight that it's simply extremely uncomfortable to sit close to Mother Earth, that's where the work begins. In all my homes, I've never had furniture. Furniture is like the work of the devil because it divorces us from Mother Earth, and it makes our hips very tight. Addiction to chairs is one of the worst diseases. So the first step is to get close to Earth. And why do we get close to Earth? Is because our root, Muladhara chakra, at the root of the spine has to be close to Earth vibrations. So getting the root close to the Earth is really important. Now, a lot of people put like a sitting cushion or perhaps a yoga block when they begin to sit. I mean, that's okay, do it because we don't want to injure the knees. So, it took me 15 years as an endurance athlete to sit safely in full lotus, which is the ultimate meditation posture. But 15 years, really slow sipping and stepping along the way, making sure precious knees don't get injured. This is called Sukhasana, or easy sit. Here the legs are crossed and the root is down. And if it's uncomfortable on the knees, we can put a cushion or a block there. So Sukhasana is great, and we can begin in Sukhasana. I encourage Sukhasana. However, the other two primary vortices in the human body electric to get close to Earth are the lateral knees. In Sukhasana, the main conduit, Muladhara chakra, the root of the spine, is connected. But look at this gap between the knees. So, to close that gap, we're not going to force anything. We're going to try Burmese style. So here, the left heel comes close to the groin. You stack the right heel in front. And if the hips, again, don't allow easy access to that, put a cushion beneath the root. But if you put a cushion beneath the root, what happens? Yeah, we've divorced the root a little bit from the earth. It's not as big as sitting in a chair, but it is still a divorce. So this is Burmese. This is a really good bread and butter sitting posture for beginning intermediate meditators. The journey continues, however. The next posture is one you're probably familiar with. It's half lotus. Perhaps you do this one in your yoga classes. So this is pretty rad because the hips are opening, the energetics of the lower chakras are starting to open. That's why you want to try to keep this progression of the mechanics of meditation. My left knee is close to the earth. My root is connected. So we got 2 out of 3 of our primary vortices connected. And that's good. But we still have this right knee, and there's a gap there. So the next posture would be what I call, I don't even know if this had, I kind of channeled it from way back when, and I call it 3/4 Padmasana, or 3/4 full lotus. And here my knee is at least connected, it's not drifting in the air, it's on the foot. And this is a stepping stone to 3/4 Padmasana, or 3/4 full lotus. And from there, it's a pretty accessible way to full lotus. This is the epitome of the lower body mechanics of meditation. But to be able to sit, sustain time in full lotus, whole new thing. It takes strength to sit still. Next up, once we have our lower body mechanics dialed in to the mechanics of meditation, then we got to think about the spine. Yep, the spine. And she must sit elegantly stacked tower of coins. So here, the spine must be held elegant. I like to use the word elegant. So it's not stiff, and it's certainly not rounded, and it's not like military upright. It's just like a beautiful spine of a lotus plant. She's strong, she's supple, and she's elegant. After the spine sits on a horizontal pelvis, that's why full lotus is so important. The pelvis is horizontal, so the inner energetics of the nadic system and the granthis and the chakras, all this stuff kind of pivots on your rudimentary sitting mechanics. That's why we're here. That's why we're on this channel. Root, legs, spine elegant, dip the chin slightly. In yoga, there's a granthi, a lock, a bandha, a seal, Jalandhara bandha. It means like a net thrown over the throat. And it's a lock, and it's achieved by kind of allowing the chin to lock down a bit toward the navel area. So when we're in a shoulder stand, for example, we're automatically in Jalandhara bandha, which is really good. Same thing in meditation. So chin is dipped, spine is elegant, and the lower body mechanics spot on. So now we talk about the hand position. It's gonna vary on your meditation. For example, when you start doing intense pranayama, the breathing exercises, that type of stuff, then the hands are palmed down to the inner knees, because pretty soon when you're working these powerful pranayams, voltage, the amperage of the prana, the life force, starts skyrocketing through the body, and you're pretty much like you need a strong foundation. When we're doing more softening of the mind, learning how to let go of stress, then the hand position can be a bit more relaxed, i.e. the quintessential palms up. This tip of the index finger meets the tip of the thumb, other finger spread, Yana Mudra. That's the strength wisdom gesture. Mudra means gesture. And here we can really relax a bit more into the posture. When we're sitting Zen, that's how my formative years of meditation were from the Rinzai Zen sect. And it's a very brutal, like, bam, like, looking, sitting hard and just looking right at your pain of the sitting and blasting through. And here the Zazen hand position is with the left palm on top of the right, the index fingers, let me see if I can do this better for you. I only have half a thumb on this one. You guys might know that story. Yeah, El Dorado Canyon, rock climbing fall. Okay, so tip of the thumbs meet, left on top of right, and then you take the little crease that's in the middle of your index finger and you lay it on top of each other, left on top of right. And then look at how the hands start to make a little symbol there, a circle, an Om almost. Yeah, an Om. Then here, the palms are tilted slightly toward the navel. The elbows float off to the side as if you're trying to just sustain a little egg underneath the armpit, upper arm and the side body. And here, the forearms float. So there is tonacity. There's a level of tension, if you will, to float the palms, navel height. Forearms don't rest at all in Zen. So so those are the hand positions. Experiment with the postures, that both the hand and the leg postures that feel sustainable for maybe you're sitting for 5 minutes. Some of you are for up in the 45 minutes. So, but you gotta be able to sit sustained and then do the, whatever your teacher has assigned for your meditative object. And that opens up a whole different thing. This is about the mechanics of sitting, not the various styles and practices of meditation. However, but you gotta sit strong, you gotta sit sincere, and you're just gonna sit there until your prescribed time. Maybe your coach or your Dharma teacher is in charge of your meditation practice. And if he or she says, we need 12 minutes today, switch your leg position at 6, and it doesn't matter what happens. You gotta the outer world is gonna wait. You gotta trust. Trust me, I've been meditating for a long time, and the outer world is always still there with its comings and its goings after meditation. But you're gonna have to put that on hold and make a vow to your inner self, your higher self, that you need to sit here for a bit. And come back pain, come limbs falling asleep, a chattering mind, this is not working, blah, blah, blah. You just sit. You sit through it all, baby. And until we can meet again and continue on our journey of holistic fitness through this channel, may all of your sweat be sacred, and may your stillnesses be sincerely rewarded. That is all. Thanks for being here. Namaste. If all those sitting postures still not feeling it, there's a Japanese style of seated meditation, which is basically kneeling. It's called seiza. If it hurts the front of your ankles at first, use a block.